Are we recording?
One moment.
Okay, good. All right. For real quickly, for the sake of Beachbody compliance, Team Beachbody does not guarantee any level of success or income from the Team Beachbody coach opportunity. Each coach's income depends on his or her own efforts, diligence, and skill. And we have a statement of independent coach earnings for most recent information on actual incomes of all coaches. So that being said, I am Michelle Hilliard, and I'm excited to be here on the call today with Jillian and Kelley, who are also going to be helping lead the call. All moms who are passionate about what we do, and we're excited to share with you why we're so passionate about it. So we're going to introduce ourselves first, and then we're going to tell you a little bit about what it is we do and don't do, how we work as coaches, and how our challenge groups run. And then we're going to let you hear from a couple of our coaches and hear their stories. So that being said, I am Michelle Hilliard. I'm a 1-star diamond coach, married to the love of my life, Trent, who's going to be on the call tonight. I'm so excited. I have 6 children. We have 6 children, and my last baby that I had is just turned 6 months old. So I'm really passionate about the Beachbody products because I had my own transformation. Before Beachbody, I was overweight and was constantly fluctuating. I'd go for between being thin to being overweight, and it was a constant up and down. And I battled an eating disorder. And I finally decided I needed something different. And I saw someone do a challenge. So I decided to do my first challenge. I had great results. And over a period of about 7 months, I learned to eat right. I learned proper nutrition. And on my own, I was able to battle my eating disorder and become healthier and leave a better legacy for my kids. So then I started doing the business, and the transformation that I've experienced from that is more from the inside out. Like, I did have an outward transformation, but my biggest transformation is going from someone who is afraid of the opinions of others, who was constantly worried about what people thought. And I wasn't happy, and I was constantly battling in my mind so many different things. And what I've learned over the past couple of years by surrounding myself with the amazing coaches on our team is how to believe in myself and how to, basically what I say, let go of my fear and live fearlessly. So my entire life has changed. I'm going to be in the Mrs. Virginia pageant on April 23rd, so I'm extremely excited about that, and that is because of the confidence that I have gained through Beachbody and the coaches and the relationships. So I have my first book coming out in the middle of May called Let Go of the Fear. And while it is not a book about Beachbody or about my coaching or anything we do here, what it is it's a journey of the heart, and that is because of what has happened through personal development and this team. So that being said, I'd love to hand it over to Kelley Brown.
Thanks so much. So my name is Kelley Brown. I am also married to an awesome guy, Courtney Brown, and we have 6 kids. My oldest will be 12 this summer. My youngest just turned 1. And Michelle is my coach. My story started right after the birth of my 5th child. I started to kind of follow Michelle on a blog that she was posting about her journey with insanity because I was stuck. I had worked in and out of the house, and we had moved up to Ohio. My husband took a job up here, and I was kind of isolated, and I started to lose myself in a lot of ways. So by following Michelle, I was trying to find inspiration and trying to do it on my own and just failing. And so finally I reached out to her. I started a challenge, doing one of her shorter challenge groups just to give it a test to see how it works and what it was all about. I was very nervous. I was very insecure. And basically I was hooked after day 1. The community, the support was what I needed, and I didn't want to stop. So in order to continue with the Beachbody opportunity, I needed the opportunity for the discount and in hopes to also help me pay for my Shakeology. So honestly, when I first signed up as a coach, that was the community, and the discount was what drew me in. But at the end of my first challenge, which was a 90-day challenge, the changes in me were so huge from the inside. I had a fire inside, and I wanted to pursue sharing that feeling of hope that I had found with other people. So it's been quite a journey. Since I've started coaching, I've had my 6th baby. I've been able to build a part-time income working from home so that I can support our family. And the team of women that we've built and men in our team has really filled a need I never even knew that it could fulfill. It's incredible how this opportunity has changed my life from the inside out. It has been a vehicle, a lot of ways, like we'll talk about Beachbody as a vessel. It's a vehicle. It's a means for you to pursue your dreams. And for me, it's giving women hope. It's providing that finances for my family, for my marriage to be stronger, because I'm working on me with personal development, taking care of myself and giving that example to my kids. So I'm really excited to be here tonight to share with you about what we do and see how this could possibly, fit into your life and how uniquely it could touch you the way it has all of us. So with that, I'm going to hand it over to Jill. You need to unmute. Oh.
Okay, that's better. I'm going to say, my name says Adam Bilbao, but I am Jillian. That's my husband. I have an awesome husband too. It took us a while to figure that out about each other, but that's another whole story. But I've been a coach for almost 3 years, and I started a little bit differently. I bumped into that lady below me at the soccer field, and she just told me that I needed to be a coach. And it's not normally what she does, but I was talking about getting fit. I was talking about that I was an instructor for, can't even think of her, body pump. I got my certification to teach body pump. So she was like, this girl sounds like, maybe this would be great for her. And I did not join right away. I joined a challenge first and failed because it was P90X and that was just way too long for me. T25 came out and I joined the challenge group. I was successful with it. I felt better than I had ever felt before. I'd been at the gym before. I'd done different things, but always, like Michelle was saying, I was up and down and never where I really wanted to be and felt comfortable in my skin and in my body. And after the end of that challenge, I just felt amazing. And of course, I was telling all of my friends that they needed to do this, they needed to do it with me. And I just wanted other people to get that same feeling of confidence and sense of accomplishment in completing it and just staying accountable, not going up and down, but having that community of people was just huge for me to keep me on track. And being a coach, for me, that accountability, helping others actually is how I stayed accountable to myself. This business has really changed me. It's helped me to dream big. I think I'd kind of like given up on some of those things. I taught for 8 years. I was miserable. I hated going to work. And then I had my second child. I only have 3 kids, by the way, not 6 like Kelley and Michelle. So only 3. One of them is 7 months. I have a 3-year-old and a 9-year-old. But it crushed me going back to work after having my 9-year-old and leaving him at home, and a lot of resentment with my husband. And so I wasn't going to go through that again. So I was going to make this work and be able to stay home and help support our income as well. So, get emotional. That's part of my why, is I want to be here with my kids, but also help my husband so he doesn't have that burden. So with that being said, I'm going to pass it back to Michelle.
Okay, thank you, Jillian. I always love hearing your story, and just, you and Kelley are just awesome coaches. So that being said, again, I love those words. That being said, we're going to just dive right into what it is we do as Beachbody coaches and what it is we don't do as Beachbody coaches, which is so, I think it's so important, because what we don't do is we don't sell, we don't push products on people, we don't shove the business on people. That just leaves everybody feeling icky, and nobody who wants a part of that. We don't want a part of that. So I don't know about you, but I'm not a salesperson, and I definitely don't want to be labeled as such. So that's what we don't do. We don't twist people's arms. We don't push and shove. We don't try to, force them to sign up and be a coach. That's not what we do. So what do we do? Here's the fun part. We use and we love the Beachbody workouts and Shakeology. So I love being able to do fitness in my own home. For years, I would try to go to the gym. I'd have gym memberships. Oh my gosh, how much money I wasted on gym memberships where I barely ever went to the gym because I couldn't. I couldn't get away from my kids, or it was too cold, or I was too tired. There was always an excuse. But when I first did my first fitness program, all I would do is wake up in the morning of my first Beachbody program. I did Insanity. So I would just wake up in the morning, roll out of bed, go down to the living room, look at my chart, still half awake, look at the workout I had to do because it tells you just what to do. You don't have to think, you just do. And I do the workout. And it was the first time I was able to experience success because I didn't have to go to a gym. And as a personal user of Beachbody workout programs and Shakeology, which I definitely really lost a lot of weight and had a lot of success through that, I'm really a diehard fan of both of them. So in order to coach, you definitely have to love the Beachbody products and believe in them. And you have to use them yourself. Those are very important points because it sets the foundation for an amazing coaching business because you actually believe in the products that are going to drive your business and move it forward. And as you do that, then it's not about pushing or selling. It's really about your personal use, the way it affects your life, and being willing to share that with other people. So this is our opportunity to say, hey, I've had so much incredible joy and energy and excitement from using these products in my own life. Why would I keep it to myself and not share it with other people, right? So as customers, we can share whatever products we use, whatever products we love with our friends and have everybody buy them from somebody else. So if we have our favorite razor or our favorite movies or our favorite makeup, we'll say, hey, oh my gosh, you got to check this out. So when you think about it, why not have a business? And while we're already sharing with our friends an incredible product, because we're seeing results and because we've had a transformation, we're already telling people about it. So if they decide they want to do it too, they can order the program from us and we'll end up getting commission. So how beautiful is that? You know, we'll be able to share something we love, help someone we love, and yet still make an income. So for me, as someone who loves Beachbody and the way that fitness is easily incorporated into my life, it really is the perfect business opportunity. And come on, I have 6 kids. So if I can do it and I can get these workouts in. So that being said, what we do as Beachbody coaches is we love, we believe, and we use the programs ourselves. So, and then we share the opportunity on a regular basis for people to join us and start their own fitness journey and begin their own body transformation that can help change their life and give them the same energy and excitement that we already have. So the final step as a Beachbody coach is that we serve those people. And this is what sets us apart, guys, because we serve them by making sure we move them to the next level. So this is not people buying DVDs that are just going to be stacked on the shelf so that we get commission. It's not about just selling product. But these are people who are actually ordering their programs and their products from us. And we check in with them at least, once every 30 days, making sure that they're making these goals happen. So we're that missing link between some people ordering stuff and leaving it on the shelf and the person that says, hey, how are you doing? How can I help you? Come on, let's do this together. So we're just that bridge between the shelf and actually achieving success. So literally helping people change lives. So yeah, I absolutely love what it is I do as a Team Beachbody coach and the incredible value that we provide to our customers and friends. If you love fitness and if you love helping others and not being salesy or being a salesperson, but you really truly love serving others and making a difference, then you're going to absolutely love being a part of Team Beachbody because that right there is what we do. Kelley?
All right, there, sorry. So one of the biggest things that a lot of times people wonder is, how do you do it? Obviously Michelle just shared, we work out, we use the programs, we take care of ourselves, we share our story. But something that really was a huge blessing to our team this past year is we had the opportunity to be mentored by John C. Maxwell. If you're not familiar with John C. Maxwell, he is the leadership expert of the world. Like, I'm not just making that up. It's legitimate. And we had the honor this past year of actually being mentored by him personally. And in that mentorship program, he helped us develop a system that helps us be able to keep balance with our lives, because a lot of people on our teams are moms or have other jobs or just have other priorities. And what John Maxwell teaches is something that we've embraced called the rule of 5. So I'm going to briefly just share with you that so that you can kind of understand what the process is. So John Maxwell teaches that if you wanted to go cut down a tree, you would go out. You could either do two things. You could go outside one day and beat at it so much that you wear yourself out, you're exhausted, you give up, and you just quit. Or you could go outside each day and swing 5 times with a sharp axe. And eventually that momentum will build and the tree will fall and you will be stronger. Our rule of 5 are 5 things we are committed to do every day in our business. And not only do they help our business create momentum, reach our goals, keep balance with our priorities, but they also help us develop a growth plan that helps us grow in our own journey. And that way we can keep check with our other priorities of our family and our marriage and our friendships and the things that we're involved with. So the rule of 5 that we have is that every day we are committed to grow, to connect, to follow up, to track, and to plan. So what are those things? Well, when you become a coach, you actually will go through a training where we will teach you specifically how to do them. I'm just going to quickly go through what they are just to give you an overview. For every day you grow, what we commit to every day is to do something to help us grow personally. Part of our journey, yes, is being in shape and working on our journey. Not fitness model like you need to be on the cover of the 21-Day Fix. Being healthy, being the best version of you. But if you're working on the outside and you're not working on the inside, you're going to quit. Personal development is crucial in life. And so it's a big, big part. And that's why it's number 1. Every morning, I wake up early. I spend my first half hour before my kids get up in prayer and personal development. I read books to help me with mindset, with business building, with leadership, with parenting, with virtue, whatever the need is, but I'm constantly challenging myself to grow because I cannot help other people if I'm not constantly working on myself. And not only has this blessed my business, it trickles over into my marriage, as a mother, as a friend. And so it's a huge commitment because if I want to be a leader and I want to serve other people, I have to be feeding myself on the inside as well as taking care of the outside. The second part is every day we connect. What is connecting? Well, what it is not is what Michelle said. We're not pushing products and chasing people around. We're not posting 100 ads here and there. What we're doing is genuinely connecting with people. Meeting people on Facebook and social media is huge for those that stay at home. Meeting people at church, at school, at the grocery store. If you're standing in line and you're talking to someone, you're connecting with people. But this business teaches us to be intentional with that and really listen. It's less talking, more listening, and just getting to know people and seeing if they have a need and we can fulfill it by supporting them and encouraging them, just being open to that. And it takes time and it's a process, but by connecting every day, we're reaching out to people and just building relationships. The third is following up. We want to make sure once we've connected with people, whether they are a challenger, which is someone who's purchased a product and they're in a group that we're supporting them in, or just people that we've gotten to know, that we're following up and checking in on them. And the beauty of that servant leadership that Michelle talked about is I check up on people without the intention of knowing if they'll ever purchase something from me because I genuinely just want to help people. And you never know with a ripple effect how that person you're serving could inspire them to help someone else. And it always is paid forward. Like that's the beauty of when you lead that way. So we make sure that we're following up. We're not leaving people hanging. We're not leaving people in the cracks. In order to do that, the fourth behavior is that we track. We make sure that we keep lists of people. We take notes and just to get to know people and keep conversations, straight. We have a system that we've developed to help us keep things organized. We can track our coaches, help them with their goals. If they're trying to build a business, help them with their fitness goals because because you become a coach doesn't mean that you don't still need your coach to support you. Michelle still helps me in my fitness journey. Bouncing back after baby number 6, she was there supporting me as I was, working the business as well as in my fitness goals. So we want to make sure we're keeping track of things so we know what we're doing, we're staying on top of it, and it saves us time. And the very last thing that we commit to do every day is plan. If you, this is the quote I always mess up. If you fail to plan, you plan to fail. Is that right? Okay, I always say it backwards. If we're not having a plan, it's all going to crumble. So keeping priorities in balance is huge. But every night before I go to bed, if I want to have a good day the next day, I look over my calendar for the next day. I look over what I've done the day before, and I make sure that I write down the things that I need to do, not only for my business, but also for my children, for my husband, for myself. I schedule my workout. I plan my prayer time. I plan any calls that I have, and anything I need to do for my kids with tutoring or sports or just quality time. I make sure it's fit into that time. So I'm being intentional. And that was a huge, huge part of our journey this past year with Dr. Maxwell. And when you do these things, what you will find is if you have an hour a day if you have an hour a day to commit to this business, you can build a successful business. 30 minutes to an hour. Everything I'm telling you can be done, in an hour. And that's the beauty of this system, because it's strong, it builds momentum and consistency, and it takes the pressure off of you to be running around trying to figure it out on your own. It's already been laid out. And to me, it's brought a lot of peace of mind and clarity to my family life as well, to learn how to carry it over and even teach it to my children. So that is how we build a successful business. We live out this rule of 5. And the final thing that Dr. Maxwell taught us is something called ACT, which means every time that we are learning anything, we find ways to apply it. We find ways to change the things that we need to and to teach it to others. So when you're learning this business and when you become a coach, you make sure you're taking that time to teach others so that people are not trying to figure it out all on their own. It's very much a community of a support in that intentional living. So with that, I'm going to hand it over to Jill so she can explain to you more about challenge groups, which are really the heart of this business.
Thanks, Kelley. That was awesome. If you didn't get anything else from this call, if you never become a coach, if you follow what Kelley just said, it will change your life. All right, so I'm talking about challenge groups, and that is like the heartbeat of our company, of coaching, of what we do. Many of you on this call or listening in, you have probably been in a challenge group. Your coach probably was like, you rock, you're so encouraging, you're rocking this challenge group, you're getting great results, you should be a coach and do what I do. That's where we find a lot of our awesome coaches that join our team and work alongside us are in our challenge groups. And if you haven't been in one, this is what they are. It's a community of people working towards the same goal. We get in there daily and encourage the people that are in there. How do they get there? We have to invite them. That's part of that connect and follow that Kelley went over. We're not selling things to people. We're inviting them to join us because we truly know and believe that these programs and products have worked for us, and we want to help other people get the results that they want to feel awesome and great about themselves. And so when we talk to somebody about our challenge groups, we find a program, we ask lots of questions to find out what the best fit for them is so that we can help them get the results that they want and just enjoy the whole challenge group experience. So it's a Facebook group. We put people in there together, and we support them, we encourage them, we share meal plans with them, we teach them how to eat clean, and if this is freaking you out at all, we already have it all like planned out, like what you need to post, and we have these cleaning plans, and so don't freak out. We will help you. You won't have to like start a challenge group all by yourself the first time. But it's really that missing piece for people. People go to the gym. People order these programs and get them and sit them on the shelf, like Michelle was talking about. I've talked to these people, and they're missing that person. They're missing you being their cheerleader, being there for them, to cheer them on so that they can complete this. They need somebody to help them to like dig deep and find out why they need to make a change in their life. And that's what our challenge groups are all about, is helping people get into that community of a healthy lifestyle so that it is a change that is a forever change, a new lifestyle. They join our community of crazy, awesome people who we like to work out together, and we like to post our crazy healthy recipes on Facebook. And they just like, it's just a community of people that we encourage each other and love each other. And that's how the whole process gets started, is through our challenge groups. With that being said, that's the buzzword for tonight. We have some amazing coaches that are going to share their testimonies tonight. And I believe the first one sharing is one of Kelley Brown's coaches. So I'm going to let her introduce her.
Yeah, I'll introduce her real quick. Thanks. With that being said, it's like hashtag. I'm going to introduce Jamie Geisey. So I met Jamie Geisey through a referral of a friend, and she was in challenge groups of mine for a while, a couple of free groups, and the woman had this passion, and it was just a beautiful thing to see how she serves. She has a beautiful heart, but the beauty of all of it was it wrapped up this past Sunday. I got to meet her for the first time. It was so cool. We've been coaching together for over a year, almost 2, but I'd never met her in person. So I'm super excited to have her share with you a little bit tonight of what coaching has meant to her.
Hey guys, so I was very much like you guys when I first started out. You know, you're starting your fitness journey, you're loving what's happening to you, you're loving that your coach is supporting you, and then your coach says, hey, have you thought about being a coach? And I don't know if you're anything like me, but you're like, no. I'm good. But then, you know, my coach Kelley asked me 3, 4, maybe 5 times. I don't know how many times. But for me, then it kind of just got to, and we didn't have these awesome Zoom calls then. It was just, we had a phone call and we got to go in and we got to talk. So for me, it was like I finally looked at it and I thought, okay, I'm already doing the fitness part of it. I'm drinking my Shakeology every day. I'm enjoying these people who are supporting me along the way. Who else could I help? You know, like who could I help? You know, and it was huge because then I started thinking about it and I was like, okay, so I've told so-and-so to go to them, and I've told so-and-so to check out Kelley. I've told so-and-so to check out this group. Oh, I've invited this person to help with me. And it was like, yeah, I can help. I can help. I mean, even if it just helps one person, like I can get on here. I can invite them to join a challenge with me. I can show them what's been happening for me, and I can help them. Like it's huge. Like it's a really big deal. So for me, you know, I had my fitness journey that still continues because we never stop, right? Like, you know, I'm a mom of 3, so I'm constantly busy, and I want to be able to keep up with them. But on top of that, I want to be able to show them that they can help to inspire people as well. So through doing this, not only am I helping other people, but I'm also showing my kids what it means to really take some time and reach out even to people that you don't even know and just lend a hand. You know, just say, hey, I'm here, take my hand, let me help you walk along the journey. You know, and that's what we're doing. You know, it's not like I send people a message and I say, hey, come on, buy a fitness program and Shakeology, and then I'm never going to talk to you ever again. You know, it's, you know, these people, you're reaching out to them sometimes on a daily basis, especially when you're in a challenge group. And then you're reaching out to them, like Michelle said, you know, at least every 30 days. And you're getting to help them take some time for them. And that 30 minutes a day or 45 minutes a day or, you know, 22 minutes a day for them may be the only time in their day that they have put themselves first. And you help them do that. That's huge. Like I don't really think there's another word for it other than it's huge. It's a really big deal. And the joy that you get when they send you those messages like, hey, like I finished my program and these are my results, and they're excited about it, like it's a big deal. Yeah, it's nice you get a little compensation for it as well, but you know, at the end of the day, you've helped someone put themselves first, and you've helped someone feel better about themselves, and you've helped someone really dig in and, you know, again, just take time for them. Because most of the time, us moms and dads, I know, Trent, you're a dad. Most of the time, us moms and dads, we don't do that. You know, it's hard for us to think, okay, this is going on, and this sport activity goes on, and this homework's going on, this is going on, and I need to take 30 minutes out of that to do that for me. And then you think, okay, if I'm a coach, then I got to take this time out. It's not like that. It fits into your schedule the way that it fits for you. You know, you get to take that time, you get to make that effort, and you get to make this business work for you and your family. And you get to help other people. Like, I don't know. Like, I was telling the ladies today, my sister-in-law finally called me. I've been like hinting and wanting to reach out to her, and I didn't. And so I get this call from her today while I'm watching a video about posting my why. And totally like slapped me in the face, like, oh my gosh, like that's my sister-in-law, my best friend, my entire life. You know, like I get to help her now. You know, I don't know. You get that opportunity to do exactly what your coach did for you. And it's a blessing. It's a blessing. It's a business with a huge blessing.
That's awesome.
Thank
Thank you so much.
Jamie. All right. Yeah, I know. So it's awesome opportunity. Moms, single moms, unmarried, married, it doesn't matter. Dads, lives are changing, and we get to have a part of that. So that being said, again, oh my gosh, that word is like drilled in my head. My husband, Trent, I'm so excited because when I first started coaching, I'm going to try to make this real quick because I know we're running a little bit over time, but when I first started coaching, he has always been very supportive. But it's been only more recently that he's really started to dive into the coaching, and he just signed up for the men's conference in May. So I'm super excited about that. So Trent, why don't you kind of give your 2-minute testimonial on what Beachbody coaching has done for you, for our family.
Okay, well, Beachbody started as a little whimsical thing several years ago. Michelle got the P90X, and we started doing it on our own. Didn't even know what coaching was about. Didn't have a coach, and it was a struggle for us. We did it a little bit and faded off and didn't really get into it. Then a couple years later, Michelle did a program, had great results, and decided to try the coaching. And just seeing her example was really encouraging. She's always kind of wanted to be, worried about her body and all that stuff. I was always athletic. I always did a lot of sports, and I didn't need to really work out. And I always hated just to exercise. And seeing her example kind of influenced me a lot, and it's influenced our kids a lot. So a lot of times when we're working out now, we're having to get the kids out of the way because they all want to be in the way and on the floor. And we have a big room, but still we've got 6 kids and everybody jumping around, and the little ones flailing in every direction is just a little bit of a challenge. But it's given me, a couple little anecdotes. I play soccer, and after doing the hammer and chisel workout, getting back on the field with my girls I was coaching and the other coach, the power that I felt in my legs, it was like I had bionic legs compared to what I had before. So I noticed it myself, going out sledding with the kids. A couple of years ago, I walked up the hill with one of the girls in the deep snow like twice, and I was like already out of breath. And after getting into the Beachbody and doing the workouts, I found myself carrying my daughter up like 10 times piggyback and only going in because she was cold. So feeling stronger, feeling healthier, and then it's balanced over also into the way we eat and the lifestyle that we're showing our kids, and then the personal development. It's really true that when you start to try to perfect or hone in on doing something right in one facet of your life, everything else has to kind of follow suit. And when that happens, it's really transformative. And, the relationships that you have with each other, on the emotional side, the spiritual side, everything kind of starts to get a little bit better when you start really pushing yourself in that direction. So for us, Beachbody has been very transforming, because it's not just about your measurements and how much you weigh and your fat content. It's about more of a holistic approach. It is really a lifestyle. It's not a fad diet. It is something to really change you as a person. And when you kind of plug into all the different things, it can bear some really amazing results, and something that we as a family are enjoying. So I'm looking forward to getting more involved in the coaching and trying to help Michelle keep up with me in the workouts. You're muted, Shell. This is great.
I said, whatever. Thank you, Trent. Jill, do you want to introduce your lovely, beautiful coach?
Yes, I want to give some major props out to Darlin, who I probably texted about an hour ago and asked her to share in this call. She is an amazing diamond coach who I asked at the very beginning of my coaching career here. So, and just to note, Rebecca said she would never become a coach, and she is like the rock star coach on my team. So don't be afraid to ask people when you're just starting this journey. Start asking people because they might just be amazing and grow with you. Darlin, take it away.
Take it away. That being said, hello. I am Darlin, and I was asked about an hour ago to talk to you about why I became a coach. And I am very long-winded, so I'm going to make this long story pretty short. And yes, Rebecca did say that I would not become a coach, but when they approached me, I thought these people are trying to sell me a timeshare, and I'm not buying in this because this is one of those things. And so I didn't want to buy into it. I bought into T25. I did it, and I was not getting any results. But that was because I was just working out 3 times a week, and I was just kind of giving thank you. And I was giving it just kind of like a half-behind effort. And I was just eating whatever, I wanted, but I was working out. So I wasn't really getting the results I wanted. And at the time, I was pretty frustrated with my job. I'm a 3rd grade teacher. And if you know anything about teachers, they're overweight, overworked, and underpaid. So I got to a point where I was sitting on the couch crying. And my husband looked at me and said, if you want to change, you got to do something about it. You can't just sit here and cry about it. If you want to change, you got to move forward. And I looked at him and went, I don't know what to do. I'm in education. That's all I know. And so he said, Jill said something about this coaching thing. Maybe it'll pan out. Figure it out, And of course, when Jill approached me, she was like, you should coach. You should be great at it. And, and I didn't think that I would be great at it, but I decided, what the crap, why not? So I went all in, and you like that? Sorry, I'm pretty blunt. I went all in and decided that this was something that if anything, I was going to make money at it, and I was going to help some people out. And one of the first things that I told Rebecca was that I didn't like people, because I genuinely didn't like people. And I still don't like some people. I mean, don't get me wrong. But with this business, I have gotten to know a lot of people that I genuinely didn't like. And it's literally has shifted my mindset. And I have understood why they are the type of people that they are. And now, we're great friends because I've gotten to know them. I've taken the time to get to know them. Like I said, I wasn't even at my ideal weight. I was postpartum. I had 10 pounds that I wanted to lose, and it wasn't huge, but it was 10 pounds, and I wanted to lose this extra 10 pounds. And I was suffering from severe anxiety and some depression. I have thyroid issues, so I have a lot of that stuff going on. And do I still have anxiety? Yes. Would I have severe anxiety if I didn't work out? Heck yes, I would. I would be in a corner crying somewhere. But exercising takes everything out of it. Exercising takes some of that stress off of me. And I can connect with people that way. I can talk to somebody that has that anxiety and say, listen, I feel you. I know what you're going through. And it's just about being real. And everybody that I've heard tonight so far has said something about relationships. And that's really what it boils down to, are relationships. So I'm a true testimony that if you don't like people, you can like them. I am a true testimony that your heart can change. I am a true testimony that this is not a multi-level marketing company. You're not put into this freaking event that you don't want to be in, or this group that you don't want to be in to make it, buy some outfits. It's not like that. You can choose to do it and you can choose not to. This is absolutely a multi-helping company. We are here to help you emotionally. We're helping you physically. And like they said, it's not about buying a product. It's about saying, hey, how are you? So with that being said, honestly, if anything, you're doing it to help yourself out, and make a little money. It's a win-win. So, you know, take it away.
Thank
Johnny.
you. No, I love your story. And you know what? It is so true. And there's another coach, Beachbody coach, Brigitte Linford, who has struggled with a lot of depression. And it's through Beachbody that she's been able to, just like you said, it's not like she never has depression, but to be able to manage it and be better and know that it's kind of like, not like taking a happy pill, but, you know, it's like doing that one thing, you know, that's going to manage it. I know Trent will tell you, my gosh, there are days when I have a really bad day and he's like, Michelle, have you worked out yet? I'm like, no. He's like, go work out. I don't want to go work out. I don't want to go work out. Fine. And I always feel better afterwards. So anyway, this gives you kind of a quick glimpse into what we do as coaches, why we're passionate about it. And you get to see some of the people who are on the team that have, all of us are on this team that you've been invited to join. So that being said, oh my gosh, I feel like I'm on Mamma Mia. You have to watch it. Anyway, if you have any questions, now is a great time. And if you're watching the recording, you can either stop now, or if we're going to continue the recording, just listen to the questions. But now would be a great time if you need to hop off. So does anyone have any questions?